Hi and welcome to today's reading. Today the card that we've pulled out is the Enlightenment card. I asked Spirit, what does the audience, what does my audience, the people who are watching my videos, what do they need to hear? And the card that came out was this one. And on this card, you can see it says, "Let Goddess light fill you." So it is all about the path to enlightenment, how to let more light into your life. And that is what the aim of this reading will be, is to find out more information, what can guide you on this journey to enlightenment, what can help you to bring more light into your life. Remember that this is a general reading, so it's a reading for the collective, a reading for many people. So take the messages that you feel your intuition are called towards and disregard anything that is not for you or that you feel is not for you. Okay, so we'll get started now. To start out the reading, I'm going to get one of these cards. I'm going to be shuffling on camera today. What does my viewer need to know about their path to enlightenment? What does my viewer need to know about their path to enlightenment? What does my viewer need to know about their path to enlightenment? What does my viewer need to know about their path to enlightenment? Okay, we'll take that card. Alright, wow. This is a really beautiful start. So on this card we have what looks to be a fairy, and this fairy is riding a seahorse, yes. And this is a card that is just filled with so much magic and playfulness as well. So I see that in order to bring more light into your life, in order to send away all the darkness that may have been bringing you down up until this point, this card is really encouraging you, Spirit is encouraging you to really get in touch with the playful side of life, to do things that are going to bring joy to you and to recapture that magic that maybe when you were a child you really embraced your imagination and really found a lot of fun things to do, like outside, or when you were playing like very imaginative kind of games. So Spirit wants you to get back in touch with that inner child kind of quality of embracing magic, embracing the imagination, embracing playfulness. This card is also very, very pink. There's a lot of this light pink. And that brings me back to this crystal, which I have on the table here. And this is all about self-love and about giving yourself a lot of grace on this journey. So lightening up just in general, like about how you feel about yourself, to maybe not be so hard on yourself, because I know that is something that happens to a lot of us, is that we put a lot of pressure on ourselves, and then it starts to eat away at us, and it kind of brings and grows that darkness, that feeling of not feeling like we're good enough, not feeling like we have any value to add to the world. But this card is calling on you to remember that you have so much love to give out into the world, and there's so much love within you that you deserve to give to yourself as well. You are a very special person, very unique, because this card kind of really makes me think of such a unique situation to have a fairy riding a seahorse. It's like something that you never really see. So I'm getting the sense that you're a very unique person, and you have a lot to bring this world, a lot of really unique, beautiful, magical qualities that the world needs to see and needs to come out of you. There's all these pluses on the card over here, so that's kind of also bringing this idea of the more that you embrace the self-love and give back to yourself and really encapsulate the idea that you are someone really special, or you are really valuable to this earth, you're worthy, you're enough just as you are. That will bring so much positivity to your life, so much enlightenment. On the card of enlightenment, we have this huge sun here, and the sun is all about embracing joy and happiness and allowing that to fill your life as much as you can. We have also on this card, even though I said they were fairy wings, they could also be seen as butterfly wings. And a butterfly is an animal that goes through a huge transformation. So I get the feeling that you are going through this massive transformation, and it has been happening for a while now. And this is also making me think of a journey. So you're moving forward, even if you feel like you aren't really getting anywhere on your journey to enlightenment, your journey to embracing that side of yourself that is filled with light and filled with positivity. I see with this card that you are moving forward on that journey, and that transformation is happening every day. Even if you feel like it's not, it is happening. Yeah, I just see so much, there's so much, like all these things that are radiating out from this person and from the seahorse. So definitely your journey is going to create a lot of sparks, and it's going to travel all around you to a lot of other people. The more that you embrace that side of you that is filled with light and love and playfulness as well. Okay, so that's a really beautiful card to start the reading. Then I want to get one of these cards for some more information. What else does my viewer need to know on their path to enlightenment? What else does my viewer need to know on their path to enlightenment? What else does my viewer need to know on their path to enlightenment? Okay, we'll just take that card. Alright, so what came out for you is also really interesting. It is the Direction Guardian. And the Direction Guardian, this card says to choose your path. So with this card coming out, it's trying to tell you that you have so many different options ahead of you. Like on this journey to enlightenment, on this path that you've been taking, remember that you have so many options, but you do at the same time need to choose one of them. So with that choice, it's about finding the path forward that feels the best for you. So really, really trying to get in touch with that intuition. What is going to make your heart happy? What is the decision going forward that is going to light you up every day? So for example, if you are someone who really wants to be an artist, but you're getting a lot of pressure from people around you and from finances and things like that that are kind of saying to you, don't go that way, or you're not good enough, you're not going to make it work. But if you in your soul, if you believe that you can make that happen for yourself, and if you know that that is the path for you, the path that is going to be the happiest for you, then you need to keep moving forward on that path. Choose that path and commit to it, and every day take little steps forward. Move forward as quickly or as slowly as you can, but any way that you can, move towards that dream, that path that is going to make you the happiest. I'm seeing on this card a lion here, and the lion is telling you that it is going to take a lot of courage. It's going to take you having to tune out the pressures and the voices and the others' opinions, tune those out and get in touch with your inner strength, with that courage inside you, the courage that has taken you to the point where you are right now. Because I know on this journey that you've had to really, even with this card in the beginning, there's this fire here. You've had to keep following that passion, keep igniting that flame. Even when it goes out, you've got to light it again. You've got to keep lighting that flame on your journey and really, really get into that spirit of courage, that fighter strength that keeps you going towards your dreams and towards what is going to bring you that light, that happiness. And if it's something like, for example, if you are wanting to be an artist, and if doing art is the thing that really, really makes you happy, then keep following that dream. Even if it's tough, even if you feel like you're not getting somewhere, every little step forward every day is going to make some difference. Even if it doesn't make a difference today, it is going to be planting seeds for things to grow down the line further along. And with the eagle on this card, that's kind of making me think of having a higher perspective about the path that you choose. So knowing that if you look at your whole journey from a bird's eye perspective, you'll be able to see that all those little steps that you made ages ago are now growing today even into something that they weren't when you first started making those steps. So take that as a reminder that any small action you take today is really going to grow into something big in the future, and keep that perspective on it. And with the cow or the bull on here, I'm just kind of getting that sense of, you know how bulls, there's that idea that they just charge forward, and I think that's what you need to do, is you really need to just charge forward, take action, however you feel with your intuition is the best action to take. And I do see with this figure on the card as well, like an angel almost, that you are going to be supported. So if you keep taking actions forward towards your passion, towards what you know is going to bring you that enlightenment, bring you that light in your life, the angels and the spirit realm are going to support you on that journey. But it does require you taking those little actions every day towards your dream, and the universe will co-create with you along the way. So they will be there supporting you. So yeah, that's what I'm getting with that card. Let's get a tarot card now. What other information is there for my viewer on their journey to enlightenment? What other information is there for my viewer on their journey to enlightenment? Okay, alright, we've got about 3-4 cards. Oh, another one wants to come out. Okay, super. We've got a couple of different cards for you. Alright, so we'll start with these ones that came out first. So we have Judgment coming out at the bottom. Then we have the Knight of Swords on top of that. And then we have the Seven of Pentacles on top of that. So with these cards coming out in that order, what I'm seeing is that up until this point, it has felt like there's been a lot of judgment on your choices that you have made in life. And I think even some of that judgment is coming from yourself, questioning, am I on the right path? Am I going the right way? Maybe in your career, maybe in life, maybe in relationships. Am I doing the right thing? So there's been a lot of this internal judgment that you have been dealing with. And then also the judgment, as I see with all these little trumpets kind of around this card, coming from other people as well. But I think that this card coming out at the bottom is telling you that judgment, it's got to stop with you. So you, regardless of what anyone else is thinking, you have that power if you choose right now in this particular moment that you're listening to this reading to stop judging yourself so harshly. Move towards a place of self-love. Move towards knowing that you are worthy of achieving your dreams. Be kind to yourself on this journey. It is hard. I know it's a battle, it's a struggle, and you have had to embrace so much courage. Like with the Knight of Swords coming out after that, I see like this horse is struggling. This horse and this rider are struggling through the snow. The rider actually looks quite dejected and she's almost like sleeping because she is so cold and weary on this journey, and I think that's maybe how you've been feeling. But if you look in the background, we have the sun rising there behind the trees, and as soon as the sun rises, this rider and this horse are not going to feel so cold anymore. So it's like looking towards any sources of light, any sources of happiness, enjoyment that you can, even if it is just literally waking up every day and looking at the sun rising, watching the sun set in the afternoon, and knowing that every day that that sun rises, it brings the possibility of new opportunities, new hope onto this journey, onto the path. And I even see on this card, even though it's snowing and it's winter, there's little bits of grass that are growing. So this is telling me that on the journey, you're going to have these little bits of opportunities that are going to pop up. But in order to find these opportunities, in order to locate them, you do have to keep moving forward. So the more that this rider moves forward, the more that she's going to find these bits of grass, these bits of opportunities that are going to pop up to help you really move forward how you want to move forward. And with that said, like the Seven of Pentacles coming out is all about planting those seeds. It's about really putting in as much work as you can now, so that later on you're going to reap that harvest. So in the background of this card, there's all this wheat that is growing, and it's becoming something that she can then harvest, and that then she can turn these pentacles into actual real abundance. So keep moving forward, keep planting seeds in order to get to that place where your life is going to feel more enlightened and more filled with love. And then coming out after that, we had these other cards, which was the Knight of Cups coming out. And this card has a completely different feel to the Knight of Swords. This cup is all about spring and abundance. There's so many flowers that are growing, and I see she has fairy wings there, and her fairy wings are just filled with like all these little magic dots around them, so lots of magic and light, and there's so much growth in this card. She's also in this card carrying her cup, so it's like she has gathered resources along her journey, and she's carrying them with her and using them to further her path. So it's almost like her resources as she's moving forward, as she's taking steps on this path to enlightenment, on this path to joy, on this path to achieving her goals. She's picking up little things along the way, and she's storing them in her cup, and she's going to be able to use those to give her more strength on the journey. So I see that kind of with you on your journey as well. It's like anything that you can, like any more knowledge that you can build up along the way. So while you're in this point of kind of feeling like you're not sure if you're going anywhere, just keep bringing as much knowledge into your world as possible, knowledge that is aimed towards that direction of that dream that you want to move towards. And that will, those little bits of knowledge are all going to start to build up, and soon your cup is going to be so full and overflowing with all this knowledge that it's going to really be able to propel you forward even further on the journey. And with that said, like we had the Empress coming out next, and the Empress is a true goddess. This card says, let goddess light fill you. So I see that on this journey to enlightenment, you are going to reach this goal of becoming the Empress, embodying all of the light and beauty and nature and knowledge and wisdom that is all around you. The Empress is the goddess of all the other queens in the tarot. So she is really at her utmost best, and I see with this coming out that it is a really, really good sign for you. There's some owls on this card, so that shows that this Empress is filled with a lot of wisdom. She also knows that she's guided and protected on this journey by spirit and by her angels, and she's standing really strong in her power. So she's someone who knows what she wants, and I think that that is where you're going to get to on this journey if you keep moving forward, keep following the path that you feel is the best for you. Okay, so then I want to get one of these cards. What advice is there for my viewer on their path to enlightenment? Advice for my viewer. Advice for my viewer. What advice is there for my viewer? Oh, okay, this is beautiful. Wow, I love this for you. So we have Kuan Yin has come out, and Kuan Yin is on the card. It says care and compassion. So it says, choose to be love, do what is right for everyone involved, and offer a helping hand. So it may be that in this time, as much as you need to definitely give to yourself and give yourself care and compassion, it will also be beneficial on this path to make sure that every action you're doing in your life is filled with love, is taken from the perspective of love. So wherever you can help other people on this journey, do that. If it means something like talking about your journey so far, that could be really, really helpful to other people, and that could help them choose a path that they have really been wanting to go in. So I think anywhere that you can really share your journey, share your care and your love, and spread that love as much as you can around the world. That is really what enlightenment is all about, is really embracing light and love as much as possible. And if you have that within you, then you can share that so much with other people. So I think you will be able to share a lot of your journey with other people on this path, things that you've learned. Even if right now you don't feel completely ready to do that, there's going to be opportunities in the future for you to embrace the knowledge that you've gained on this journey and then be able to share that with other people. And there's so many beautiful flowers growing on this card. So I see with all these little seeds that you've been planting, everything that you're planting now, every action that you're taking now is going to grow. And it's going to grow with love. Flowers grow towards the sun. So they grow towards that light and that love, that hope of light. So I see a lot of beauty and growth with these flowers growing for you. That's really beautiful. And there is also, what's drawing me in right now is a lot of purple on this card. And purple is that connection to like your third eye, and knowing that your intuition and your third eye is going to really help to guide you on this journey to enlightenment. And taking all those actions that you can take from a place of love, not from a place of fear, and not from a place of darkness, or take them from love, from embracing what you feel is your absolute passion in life, and really, really going towards that and sharing that journey along the way as much as you can. Okay, then let's get one of these cards. What else does my viewer need to know on their path to enlightenment? What else does my viewer need to know on their path to enlightenment? What else does my viewer need to know on their path to enlightenment? What else does my viewer need to know on their path to enlightenment? Ooh, okay. Alright, so we have a few cards. So the first one that came out, which is beautiful for you, we've got the card of butterfly, and on that card it says change. So this journey is requiring you to really embrace that transformation and embrace any changes so don't be scared of change. Change is something that has to happen in life. It's something that is going to happen even if we don't want it to happen. So it's just about changing that perspective on change and embracing the fact that in order for things to move forward, in order for you to get onto the path that you want to get on, it is going to require you to do things and to embrace situations that are maybe out of your comfort zone, that are going to test you in a way that you've not been tested before. But that change is going to enable you to embody that beautiful butterfly that is within you and that really wants to come out. In order for the butterfly to become this beautiful creature that it is, it starts as a caterpillar and then it has to go through a huge transformation to get to that end point of being able to fly free and flutter around and live a really, really awesome life. So I think that's important on this journey, is to really embrace change as much as you can. Don't fear it. Know that it's not going to hurt you. It's going to propel you forward and propel you in the direction that you want to go. The universe is kind of going to be, pushing behind you every time that you choose to embrace change. The universe is going to give you an extra little shove forward, which is going to take you on that path to where you want to get to. Okay, then this is beautiful because this kind of really falls in line with what we were mentioning earlier with Kuan Yin. You've got the whale coming out, and the whale is all about communication. So this is obviously, this could do with a lot with having some blockages maybe in your throat chakra. So feeling like you haven't really been able to communicate your authentic self, communicate your wishes and your passions so openly up until this point. But I think that with this card coming out, it is encouraging you to try to do whatever you can to heal your communication, your throat chakra, to open it up. So I know that there are a lot of Reiki healings that can be done in order to really try to remove blockages that are in certain different chakras. You could also just start every day with instead of just listening to the voices kind of silently in your head, start to communicate things out loud. So if, like, for example, how you talk to yourself, start to say some affirmations out loud every day, and maybe look in the mirror when you're saying them, and that can also help to really clear your throat chakra, because your voice is going to start being heard, and it's going to start that vibration of speaking, and that vibration of the sound that travels around can have a huge positive impact on the rest of your body and on your mentality around speaking and around communication. And with the whale coming out, it also makes me think quite a lot of deep dives. So really getting down to those nitty-gritty stories that you've had along the way. Maybe starting to really speak about things that have happened on your journey so far. I think that can really help a lot of others, like with Kuan Yin coming out, that speaking about your journey, communicating as much as you can with yourself and then also with others is going to be really helpful. And then we have the cardinal coming out, which is beautiful because this is the card about passion. So it says the key to your enlightenment is to really embrace the passion, whatever that fire is in you that you feel the inklings of burning every day. Embrace that, choose that as your direction, choose that as your focus, and every day try to do something that is moving you towards that passion. So even if you have a different day job and you find that you don't have so much time, even if you just spend 10 minutes of one day doing something that is moving you in that direction of your passions, of your joy, that playfulness, that childlike magic that you're something that you really want to do in your life, 10 minutes of it every day is still going to be moving you forward in a really positive way. Okay, then let's get, sorry about we have lawnmowers going, we have construction work, so sorry about all the other noises around today. With the lawnmower kind of going, it's making me think of like tending to your journey along the way. So making little adjustments here and there where you feel you need to, like where you are at right now in your journey. Maybe there's just small little changes that can be made. Like for example, when someone's cutting the lawn, it's like they've got the grass and the grass is growing, but it's growing too much and it's growing too fast that it's becoming this wild garden. So they need to kind of hone it back in and like bring it back to this even kind of balanced level. So I think that is the kind of practical side of this journey, is to just, maybe there are a couple of changes, adjustments that you can make right now in this present moment that will help you get onto that right path. Okay, let's get one of these cards. What else is there for my viewer on their path to enlightenment? What do they need to know? What will help guide them? What will help guide my viewer on their path to enlightenment? What will help guide my viewer to their path? Ooh, gosh, all the cards want to come out. I wish I could give you all the information, but we'll see what we can get. Okay. Alright, yeah, this is a good card to come out for you. So we've got the 6th house, and the 6th house is all about sustainability. So with this card coming out, it's making me think that on this journey, you want to get to the point where you are able to sustain yourself. So whether that be in like an abundance sense, but also on a sense of balance. So on this journey, it's very, very important every step of the way is to make sure that you are taking care of all your needs. So the needs that you need right now in this moment to sustain yourself at this present time. So whether that means maybe, like we said, making some slight adjustments that will bring you back to a point of balance. And another thing with this card is this person is sitting very much in like a meditative stance. So I see that trying to find balance within your chakras, because we also have all of the chakras on this card here, is going to be very beneficial, is to do things that are really going to help create as much balance as you can. And usually through meditation you can find quite a lot of that balance. And through affirmations for each of the chakras, that can also be very beneficial to do in order to really sustain, find that sense of balance. Because the more balanced you are internally in your inner self, the more the clarity is going to become clearer. The more you're going to be able to listen to your intuition, to know that you're making the right decisions every step of the way. Okay. Alright, then I will get, let's see, from these little cards, what does my viewer need to know? Okay, so we have the card of Pentacles coming out. So with Pentacles, it can be to do with finance, business, materials, earthly concerns, health, family, and education. So I know on this journey, Pentacles is quite obviously abundance and finances, maybe an area of concern for you. But let's get, can you please clarify the Pentacles? Clarify the Pentacles card. Can you clarify the Pentacles card? Clarify the Pentacles card. Oop, okay, that's a bit too many. Clarify the Pentacles card. Okay. Alright, okay, this is this is perfect. The Pentacles card fell out on the card of communication, and then we also have the Swords card coming out, which is all about logic, intellect, communication, and movement. So a lot of your journey towards abundance, journey towards enlightenment, is really going to require you to heal this communication aspect, heal the throat chakra, communicate, use your voice as much as you can. Obviously, always speaking from a place of love, and communicate your journey, communicate, and that is really going to help you get into an abundant mindset. Is the more that you communicate, I see these two cards coming out almost as like a key towards your path of enlightenment and towards abundance, towards things that are going to bring more light and happiness into your life, is through communication. So communication is a really, really big aspect of this reading. And we did have the Knight of Swords coming out, which is also a card of communication and using your voice in order to bring about change in your reality. Okay, then let us get one of these cards. Okay. What advice is there for my viewer? What does my viewer need to hear right now? Okay, what does my viewer need to hear right now? Okay, we'll just take those ones. Okay, so we have, first of all, we have the card which says, Measure Time by Mugs of Tea. So with this coming out, it says, our lives are filled with gorgeous moments. The smell of clothes dried in the sun is one of those. Relax and let moments like these seep into your soul. So it kind of, this card coming out just tells you to definitely take some moments of rest. If you feel like you are, running around like a headless chicken and you feel like you're getting nowhere, that's not going to help you. It is going to help you to take some moments of rest, and during those moments of rest, really try to embrace and be grateful for all of the beautiful abundance that is already in your presence. So even just sipping one sip of tea, really savor that moment that sip of tea kind of brings to you. And the same with like just small little things in life. There's so many beautiful things to really appreciate, so many gorgeous moments, and I think really getting into that mindset is going to really be very beneficial. And on this card it also says magic blanket, lucky pajamas, perfect pillow, cozy socks. So those are all, like, to me that kind of reminds me of that very childlike sort of embracing just those small little joys in life. So whether wearing your lucky pajamas is something that is going to bring you or that you feel like it makes you feel better when you wear a certain piece of clothing or something, do that, because those little moments of joy are all going to add up. Even if they're just very small moments, they all add up and they all do change that inner dynamic and and bring about that very sense of happiness and joy in our lives. So yeah, that's a beautiful card to come out. And then we also have the Juicy Tree, which has come out. So this is a willow tree, it looks to me like. And willow trees are very magical and whimsical, and they definitely go with the flow of life. So their leaves flow very effortlessly with the wind, and they just have a very beautiful magical appearance to them. On the back it says, find yourself a new nourishing spot. So that is some advice coming out, is anywhere that you can change your environments in any way. I see this almost as like going to maybe visit a place that you've never been to before, like whether that's a new park or taking a route in your car that you've maybe never driven before. Doing little things like that are going to also help encourage that you getting used to this idea of change. And it's honestly like really amazing what happens when we do things that we've never done before, because usually, and I can say this from my own experience, is usually when I've done things that that I've never done before, that's when I get the best and like most unexpected results, is when I try something new. And this is also just encouraging you to, like to find places and go to places and put yourselves in environments that are going to nourish your soul, that are going to, put you in that like arena of light, basically. So if you like to do art, like we were talking about earlier, then maybe going to join a class where there's other artists and they're also doing art. That could also be a really nourishing environment for you, because you're surrounded by a lot of other people that are also doing the same thing, or also have that same passion, and that can be really encouraging and lift you up on this journey. So just as an example. But yeah, I really like that, the juicy tree. Okay, then let's get one of these cards. What other advice is there for my viewer on their path to enlightenment? How can they bring more light into their life? How can they bring more light into their life? Oh, I love this. This is so beautiful. This card is really, really stunning. Really stunning. Look at that yellow, amazing glow. When I'm connected to my joyful presence, I attract support from the universe. So I think that's really been the crux of this whole reading, and with the card that came out in the very beginning, is really getting in touch with that joyful side. And when the more that you embrace joy and doing things that bring you joy, the more the universe is going to support that journey to enlightenment. And this kind of just reminds me of a huge sun over here. So with this coming out, I really see so much opportunity and hope and light and joy that is there for you to get in touch with. Just making that decision to embrace it every day in some small way. And I'm also seeing in my water that's on a table, I'm seeing a rainbow right now in there. So rainbows are a huge sign of joy, of optimism, of hope, and of abundance. There's always that tale about at the end of a rainbow is a huge pot of gold. So I do see so much with seeing that rainbow in the water right now. So much opportunity and hope on this path to enlightenment. And I think that is all I have for you in this reading. It's been really, really amazing to read for you today. I hope that you find this reading helpful, and I'm sending you lots and lots of strength and courage and passion and creativity and light and love on this journey to enlightenment, because you're well on the way there.